Greetings, leading ladies and gentlemen. This is MsQtStyle. Welcome back to another production. Today I will be cooking Yakemein. To some people it's called Yakemein. Okay, Yakemein is a soup type dish that is good to cure hangovers. That's the one time I did eat the soup. I've never cooked it before, but I'm going to cook it today. So basically, I'm showing and telling and trying to teach you guys how to cook it, and it's my first time. So basically we're cooking it together, and of course I've added some of my twist to it. I've been wanting to try making it because I saw one of my homegirls, Bobby Hill, on Facebook. She made some, and then a local New Orleans entertainer, bounce artist, 10th Ward Buck, he always makes it, and he did a video on Instagram showing how to cook it. So I'm gonna go by some of what he did, but I'm gonna twist mine up a little bit as far as seasoning wise and stuff like that. So let's go. Let's see how this Yakemein turns out. I'm gonna show you guys the ingredients, and then we're gonna get to cooking. Okay, so we're gonna start with the meat. I have pork right here, and then I have shrimp. I'm doing pork and shrimp. You can use beef, you can use pork by itself, shrimp by itself, or what have you, but I'm using these two. Then we need spaghetti of any kind, any brand. We're going to be using green onions. I'm going to garnish the soup when it's done with this. I have regular, just yellow onion. We need boiled eggs. Yes, boiled eggs. And as you guys see, I dropped it and cracked it. We're going to need oil. Normally we use some chicken broth. I'm using, or some type of broth. I'm using chicken broth because I just want to add another flavor to it, and I wanted a small can. Soy sauce of any kind, or any brand is what I'm saying. Worcestershire, I can never say that. Worcestershire, with this right here. Use that. And then here's where I'm adding my twist. Sriracha hot chili sauce I'm going to add to it. I'm going to add a little tapatio because I love the spice. I'm from the dirty south. I love spice. A little bit of ketchup, garlic salt, chili and garlic grinder, Lawry seasoned salt, and parsley flakes. So yes, these are my ingredients, you guys. Let's get started, and hopefully it comes out good. Okay, you guys, so I've put about a cap full of oil in a skillet because I need to prepare the meat first. Also, I wanted to say use a stock pot like this, or a soup pot, some type of deep pot, to cook the Yakemein in. So right now, let me go ahead and put 2 cups of water in here just to get the broth started. Back here I have the water with oil in it for the spaghetti. And right now I'm going to cook a little pot because, like I said, this is my first time. So I'm using half of everything. So this is almost half anyway of the spaghettis. I can always cook more, breaking them in half. And that's it, down in the water. Okay, so this oil is hot. I'm going to turn it down a little bit, and I'm going to put the pork on one side. I'm going to cook this first, and then I'm going to add the shrimp and cook it a little bit. But while the shrimp is in the soup water, it's going to cook a little more. But I'm just going to, you know, cook it just a tad bit. Okay, so while we let that cook, we're going to start with the broth, or the water. Okay, so while the pork and the shrimp, I'm sorry that light from that window is showing, but anyway, while that's cooking, I'm going to take the chicken broth, this whole can. This is a basic can size, and add it to the stock pot. Because again, this is just like a soup. Okay? Then I'm going to do half and half of this Worcestershire sauce. Hold on, let me do this cap. I'm going to do half, meaning half of the bottle. So that's a little more than half, but pour that in there. Now some people choose to add this after, like just to their soup, to the water, but I am going to cook it down. Like I said, it's my first time trying it. This is the soy sauce. I'm not going to put as much as the soy sauce because soy sauce is salty. We don't want it too salty. We don't want the mixture too salty because the broth is already salty too. And of course, I'm going to taste it. But before I do that, I'm going to add some parsley. I'm going to add a little garlic powder, just a tad bit. I may need to add more juice to it. And some of this garlic and chili grinder. I'm thinking I will have to add about 2 more of the water. I'm going to add all of these onions. Here's more water just in case. Stir it up a bit. See, it needs a little bit more water because it's not salty, but so basically use 4 cups of water and then all that other stuff I just showed you guys. I'm not going to even add this right now because it's already salty from the soy sauce and the Worcestershire sauce. And again, this is my first time making it, so I don't want to make it too salty. Well, even if it's not my first time, I don't want it too salty. So right now, the pork and the shrimp is cooking. I'm not going to cook it hard because it's going to cook while it's in the juices. It's just like a little prep cook, if you will. Here's where I'm going to add my twist to it. I'm adding the sriracha sauce to give it some spice. The salt is good, but I want a little kick to it. So I just squeezed a little bit in there, as you can see. Also, I saw someone put ketchup, so I'm going to put a little ketchup. And a couple of dabs of tapatio, or I guess whatever hot sauce you like. Stir it around, and it's on a very low fire. This is good already. So I'm going to let this come to a boil, and then I'm going to add the meat. And it seems like this don't really take long at all. Stir up my noodles. So when I come back, I'm going to add the meat, which I've already kind of pre-cooked just a little bit. I had more meat, but like I said, I wanted to see how this comes out first, if I can make it. Okay, so I'm about to add the meat. To the soup. I'm going to let it cook for about 15 minutes. Simmer for 15 minutes. And take the noodles off. And we'll put it together and see how it tastes. So basically it's a soup. I don't know if it's Chinese, Japanese, or whatever, but it's pretty popular in New Orleans. People add their twist to it. And like I said, it's good for hangovers. If you go out drinking, add some spice to it next day. Eat this along with a Sprite or ounce of salsa, and you're good. Okay? So, like I said, I'm going to let it cook for about 15 minutes because I don't want the meat to be too, you know, falling apart like that. I want some kind of consistency. I'm thinking I should have added more meat, but like I said, this is my first time cooking it, and I want to make sure, or I didn't want to waste the meat. But so far, it looks like it's going to taste really good. Here's where I'm going to add my twist to it. I'm adding the sriracha sauce to give it some spice. The salt is good, but I want a little kick to it. So I just squeezed a little bit in there, as you can see. Also, I sauteed, so it's done, you guys. What I did was I put the spaghetti down in the bowl first. Then I scooped me a little bit of meat and shrimp and some juice. So you can pretty much put, some people like less juice, some like more. You put a deviled egg in there. I got a half. Some people do a whole. And sprinkle some of the shallots on it. And it's ready to eat. So I'm going to taste it. I've been tasting the juice and it tastes pretty good. I think I did good for the first time. I may add me some more juice to it, but basically it's a soup, you know, either with beef, pork, shrimp, or all of it together. But you must put your egg in your, this shallot in it at the end. Without it, it wouldn't be yakimein. So try it. If you have any questions, you can hit me below. Like I said, this is my first time making it. I've tasted it before. I had beef one before. This one is shrimp and pork. So I'm about to grub, you guys.